Hey Christopher, do you like my new nightwear? It even has bunny slippers.
Yes, it is very nice and fancy. Well, at least I'm not the only one tired here.
Hey, before we sleep, can we talk a bit?
Of course. Why not?
It's about Conor.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I overheard the commotion earlier on about Conor having a 3-hour detention. Now, I do agree that it is very unpleasant for us and him, but I think while you were grounding him, he was trying to explain something.
Claire, may I ask what point you're trying to bring across?
What I'm saying is that maybe you should have listened to what Conor was trying to say, instead of grounding him straight away.
But Claire, that boy got a 3-hour detention for heavily insulting and beating a girl named Betty.
What if that wasn't true? What if there was a misconception?
I strongly believe Conor did give Betty trouble. After all, Conor is a very troublesome child.
I agree with the point that Conor is very mischievous and a troublemaker compared to Calvin and Chloe. However, this issue with Betty might not be true. When Conor comes back from school tomorrow, how about you discuss this issue with him and listen to what he has to say? Okay.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Good.
Okay, I really think we should get some sleep now.
Yeah. The next day.
Here I'm at school again. I really wish I didn't come here today. This is the place that started the catastrophe. From Betty bullying me, to the head teacher believing lies, to my horrific 3-hour detention, and to my dad grounding me. If this place is going to give me nothing but pure terror, then I should really stop coming here. Hello, Conor. What's up? Oh, Max. Well, at least something positive is happening. My one close friend, Max, is back. Yep, I've finally fully recovered from the concussion I had. You had a concussion? Yeah, but only a minor one. So tell me, what pranks and tricks have you played to brighten the dullness of school? Well, not much. Although I do remember putting a spider inside Teresa's bag. She screamed so loudly when she opened her bag and saw the spider. That's wickedly awesome. Tell me about it. But Max, something horrible happened to me yesterday. Do you want to hear it? Sure, go ahead. You know Betty, the school bully. Oh yeah, the new ugly Betty. What did she do? I hope she didn't do anything to you. Oh, she definitely did something, alright. She was bullying me even though I told her to leave me alone. She continued to a point where I had to push her to leave me alone. Then, in her wickedness, she pretended to cry and told Mr. Frederick that I heard her when I didn't. Even worse, Mr. Frederick believed Betty and gave me a 3-hour detention. Oh, gosh. That's terrible. I know, right? And the mayhem continued at home. My dad got to know about the 3-hour detention I had. I tried to explain to my dad that it wasn't my fault, but he didn't listen. Instead, he grounded me just like that for no reason. Ugh, parents. That's how I got grounded for getting involved in the rough play that caused my concussion. But this is injustice. This is unfairness. I'm not going to just sit on my butt and let this pass by. Something must be done. This cannot happen to my best friend. I'm not sure if anything can be done, Max. Mr. Frederick and my dad won't be convinced that I'm innocent, and trying to get revenge on Betty is equivalent to playing with fire. And guess what, Conor? That's exactly what we're going to do. What? Revenge? What? No. Don't worry. It might not be what you think. This plan is original. Wanna hear it? Well, okay. During break time, you'll bump into Betty and let her terrorize you a bit. While that is happening, I'll be recording the event on my phone. Then, after you give me the signal, which is a Vulcan sign, we'll both go to the head teacher, tell him the truth, and use the recording on my phone as evidence. Wow, Max. I have to admit, that is a genius idea. Although I don't like the bit where Betty will have to terrorize me again. Don't worry about the Conor. Remember, you're getting terrorized again for a reason. To reveal the truth and give Betty a slice of justice pie. You're right. The truth must stand and justice must be served. Well, time to get to class. Remember the plan. Don't worry, Max. I will.
During break.
Are you ready, Conor? Ready.
Oh, it's you again.
Betty, why did you tell the head teacher lies yesterday? You were the one who hurt me and bullied me.
Well, poop, that's what you get for trying to mess with me. You pushed me.
Yeah, I did. After teasing me, constantly picking on me, insulting me, poking me, shaking me, pushing me and hitting me.
Okay, what was it about?
Max. Quick.
What do you...
Hello, Conor. What brings you to my office?
Sir, I'm here to say that Betty told you lies yesterday and she pretended to be upset about me hitting her. She was the one who hurt me and insulted me. My friend Max will now show you a piece of evidence. The evidence is a video on my phone. Look what Betty did to Conor.
You two should call Betty immediately for me, please. Why isn't Betty coming by now? Wait, what's happening?
Stop hurting me, Betty.
Why, you little...
Stop hurting my friend, will you?
Shut up, Max, yes, you kids stick. You're up next.
Betty, enough is enough. You lied to me and made me falsely accuse Conor for this nonsense. Conor suffered the punishment you deserved. For this, you'll be placed on a month's suspension. This is going to be your 6th suspension. When you return, if you commit just one more offense, you'll be expelled straight away.
We did it, Conor. We made Betty get into trouble, and Mr. Frederick knows the truth. Thank you so much, Max. I didn't think you will be there to help me. You're the best friend anyone can ever have. No problem. That's what friends are for. Right. Well, I suppose so.
At home after school.
Conor, I've called you here to discuss something. It's about... Oh, a text message from the head teacher. It says, Mr. Stevenson, I deeply apologize for your ward's detention the previous day. It was a misconception. After a consultation between your ward and I, including his friend, it turned out it was actually Betty who insulted and beat Conor, not vice versa like it was presumed. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. This was a terrible mistake. From Mr. Frederick, school head teacher. Wow, coincidentally this was what we were going to talk about. Your mom was right about you trying to tell me something yesterday, but more importantly, you were right about the situation.
Dad, that's what was trying to tell you yesterday. It was all a misunderstanding. Betty lied to Mr. Frederick. I didn't hurt her. She hurt me.
That Betty is a very cruel and deceitful girl. I hope she got the punishment she deserved.
Yes, she did. She got suspended for a month.
Very good. There is one more thing I should do though.
What is it?
Connor, as from now on, I want to say that you're no longer grounded, and to make up for what I did yesterday, let's head down to Domino's Pizza for a treat.
Really?
Come on, let's start getting ready to go.
After the rain comes the sun. Betty ruined yesterday and she thought she could get away with it, but she didn't. Today was Salvation Day. What she threw around came around like a boomerang, and I got the reward I deserve by getting ungrounded for the first time without having to finish the grounding time first. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got pizza to eat.
And
Of
serious.